This is Kelly from the Center for Church Planting. Greetings from Frankfurt, Germany. We wish we could have seen all of you this year again, but because of COVID, we weren't able to do that. But I want to give you a really short kind of update about what's going on here in Frankfurt and what our plans are for next year. And last year, we had the same kind of struggles that probably all of you did with coronavirus, and trying to figure out, how we make sense of everything, and trying to help our work to go forward. We have to go back to our vision, though, and our vision really is a Christmas vision. In Isaiah 9:2, it said, "The people who walked in darkness have seen a great light. Those who dwelt in a land of deep darkness, on them has light shone. You have multiplied the nation. You have increased its joy. They rejoice before you as with joy at the harvest, as they are glad when they divide the spoil." And so that's our vision, is that light would come into Frankfurt, that it would completely change it. There's the darkness over the city. It's a beautiful city, but there's a darkness over the spiritual darkness, and we're praying for that light to come in here. And the task that God has given us here is to make disciples, to plant churches, and to help others to plant churches. And that's something that hasn't stopped because of COVID-19. We're looking forward to the future. We have a really great opportunity that God has brought us in the city with some other key leaders to come together and really work together towards the movement of the gospel in our city, which is what we're hoping for here. And so we're just praising God so much for this opportunity. You can pray for that for us. There's going to be a lot of different things that we have to navigate over the next year on a strategy together. But we're really looking at the next 10 years. How in the next 10 years can we plant something like 50 more churches in Frankfurt? And you remember, there aren't many churches here. So how can we plant something like 50 more churches that would really change the course of Frankfurt? We thank you so much for being a part of that vision with us. And I want to leave you with this other verse that's in the same passage, verse 6. And we remember that there's a reason why that we can have that hope. And it's because of Jesus, that he came in as the light. So we have all the power of the gospel that we've always needed. For to us a child is born, to us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder. And his name shall be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. Of the increase of his government and the peace there will be no end. On the throne of David and over his kingdom, to establish it and to uphold it with justice and with righteousness from this time forth and forevermore. The zeal of the Lord of hosts will do this. And we pray that God's kingdom would come to Frankfurt in a tangible way. Thank you guys so much for supporting us in many different ways, for supporting us financially, for supporting us in prayer, and really making the things here possible that God has called us to together. Thank you for your gospel partnership. Merry Christmas.